Welcome to Life in My Greenhouse. Today, we're making a delicious ancient treat, peanut brittle. Can you believe that this candy has been around since the 19th century? And although we don't know the exact origin, it's safe to say that this delicious treat has been gracing the globe for a very long time. I'll share with you my tips and tricks for making this delicious treat. So without further ado, let's get in the kitchen. The basic ingredients for this recipe include water, sugar, grated ginger, and of course, peanuts. However, you can use any other nut of your preference. Let's start by lining a baking tray with parchment paper. If you're using foil paper, be sure to add some grease or cooking spray so that it doesn't stick to the surface. We'll start by grating 1 to 2 tablespoons of fresh ginger. I use grated ginger in this recipe because it balances the sweetness of the brown sugar. So here's a tip to remember, because everyone might be using different amounts of peanuts. But the ratio should be, for every cup of peanut, use half the amount of sugar. So I'll be using 3 cups of peanuts and 1.5 cups of sugar. But don't worry if you forget. I'll also provide you with a recipe card at the end of this video. You can use whatever brown sugar you have on hand. Light or dark, it works just as well. Next, add 1 cup of water to a saucepan on medium heat. So I happen to have some cinnamon sticks on hand, so I'm going to put them in the water to infuse it with cinnamon goodness. If you don't happen to have any on hand, just add a little bit of cinnamon to the water. You can put about 1/4 teaspoon. Now go ahead and add your ginger to the water as well. Again, if you're not a fan of ginger, you can leave it out of the recipe. Let your ginger and cinnamon sticks bubble for about 5 minutes. At this point, I'll infuse my liquid with a little bit more spice. I've added a teaspoon of cinnamon powder and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Now this is the part where your kitchen starts to smell so glorious. Tell me how you feel about the combination of ginger and cinnamon. There's something that's very cozy, warm, and flavorful about the combination. These magical ingredients can be used in both sweet and savory dishes, which is why I love them so much. Bring your liquids to a low boil and add your sugar. Keep stirring the mixture, allowing the water to evaporate and caramelize the sugar, the ginger, the cinnamon, all the goodness. Depending on your stove, this process will take about 8 to 10 minutes. But keep an eye on it and keep stirring. Use a wooden spoon to stir the mixture, and if you take a close look, you'll see it start to pull away from the pan. You know you're getting close at this point. Now this is the sign that you're ready to add your peanuts to the pan. At this point, the smell is intoxicating. So good. I mean, if I lived the life of a peanut, I'd say this is a pretty good way to go. Wouldn't you? Continue to stir the peanuts into the mixture so everything is evenly coated. It's going to start to get really sticky and gooey. You'll notice the caramelized mixture getting super thick. Keep stirring and lower your heat at this point. We want to reduce the liquid to about 90%, maybe even 95%. And that looks just about right. We're just about ready to place them on our baking sheet. In parts of the Caribbean, these are known as peanut drops, for the obvious reason that you drop them onto a flat surface. You can make these as large or as small as you like. Just be careful when dealing with the hot candy. As your peanut brittle begins to cool, it will start to set. Now I can only provide you with the recipe. Waiting for it to cool down, that will be on you. And just like that, you've made delicious peanut brittle. A simple but delicious treat bursting with flavor. They make delicious edible gifts for any occasion. Pair them with my delicious recipe for Rocky Road Fudge and you have yourself a win-win. Thank you so much for spending time in the greenhouse today. As a thank you in advance, I've provided you with this recipe card. I hope you'll share this recipe with someone you love, as I have shared it with you. And now that we're sharing family recipes, do you mind giving this video a thumbs up? And if you're looking for a family, please consider subscribing. Hit the bell notification so you never miss out on any of our delicious recipes. Take care of yourself, precious one, and remember, the grass is always greener where you water it. See you next time.